Alright, peace, love, health, and wealth. Bob, drive, like, and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is KP, and I am coming to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand when you come here, this is spa day for the soul. Chicken noodle soup for the spirit. And Manny and Petty day for the ego. So, after a quick word from our intro music, we are going to dive deep with the collective, I guess, daily. We just gonna do the collective daily. Hit that like button as y'all come in, even if y'all don't stay. Hit that like button, please. Nothing stays the same, things always changing like the seasons. Soon as I get my hopes up, issues start falling down. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. Had to talk to God. I noticed the birds in there. Peace, love, health, and well vibe tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. I am your host, KP, and this is brought to you by Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand when you come here on this channel, this is spa day for the soul. Chicken noodle soup for the spirit. And mani and petty day for the ego. Understand when you come here, this is a hard hat area, and self-development is the construction site. So for all of those who are here, um, please double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Please donate to reciprocate the energy. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. In the description box, you will find all of my contact information. In the description box of all of my videos, you will see contact information, uh, list of services, etc., etc., etc. Also, we have affiliate links. If you don't have an account to donate, you can use the affiliate link to sign up for an account. We both would get something for free, and then you can donate as you will. All right. So we are going to be tapping into the collective week ahead reading. I like to get those out on Saturday, but I was busy, so I will be able to do so soon. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Double tap that screen and hit that like button. Double tap that screen. Come on. Can we get started with one like, please? Can we get started with one like? Thank you, Nightbot. Okay, so we're not getting no likes. It's okay. I appreciate y'all being here. All right, so the first card we got is from the Love Oracle deck. Even though this is a collective week ahead reading, just a general reading, I like to use this deck not as not as a love reading in this sense, but just to catch the sentiment of possible feelings. I really like the combination of using these cards with the tarot cards and general readings. Gives a lot of clarity to situations. Okay, so the first card that we got here is the running card. It says ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. Okay, so maybe one of us might be ghosted, or maybe we might be ghosting somebody right now. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right, so the first card we got, this was a part of our daily reading yesterday. Six of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles again as well. All right, so strong sense of history, strong sense of legacy, strong sense of memory, strong will to succeed right now. I'm feeling isolation for sure for somebody, right? And that somebody could be plural, right? I'm feeling isolation. I'm feeling like somebody is ready to get a fresh start, like a new group, new friends, new family, whatever, new traditions. I think the Six of Cups coming out was not telling me that we want to tap into old memories. I think the Six of Cups was saying that we want to tap into old feelings. Okay, we want to tap into old feelings. And we've been running around, trying to get into 'em. What up, Phantom? Trying to get into that old feeling that we used to feel. Okay, maybe it's peace, maybe it's love, maybe it's health, maybe it's wealth for some. But we're looking for a feeling. And the will to succeed is bigger than the fear of failure. See, when the Knight of Swords come out, this is your call to action. When the Knight of Swords come out, it's saying that, yeah, you can get a reading. The Knight of Swords is saying that it's time to go, right? Only thing I will say about the Knight of Swords, because it is an air element card, we have to mind our P's and Q's, meaning that we got to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's. Whenever the Knight of Swords pops up, it might be a call for swift action. But the only thing about swift action is sometimes it's hard to get in. It's easy to get into and hard to get out. And so when you're taking swift action into problem solving, you want to make sure that you use your sword to figure out what information is needed to see if this battle is worth our attention. Okay. And the last card we got over here, Ten of Pentacles, in addition with the Six of Cups, is another card that was a part of our daily collective reading for yesterday. Now we're showing up here for the week ahead reading. Okay. So whenever that happens again, it's doubling down and is bringing things to a point, to a head, kind of like a pimple. And what other card to bring things to closure or whatnot than the Ten of Pentacles, right? Because the Ten of Pentacles is the other end of the cycle. Um, Remember, we started off with just the Ace, meaning just an idea, just the intention, just a hope, just a dream, right? And if nine is fulfillment, then 10 is completion. You understand what I'm saying? Is sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered. So in the Ten of Pentacles, what we see here is three generations in this card. Oftentimes, again, this denotes the passing down of information. It could be something as small as a recipe, or it could be insurance claims. But it doesn't have to be. It could be you creating a legacy, right? Because a lot of us are, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I was just thinking about this ironically. A lot of us are first generational family members. And what I mean by that is a lot of us don't come from a solid foundation where we can say, every Thanksgiving I got, my grandma, my aunt, this one and that one. Some of us, we only got like a couple siblings, maybe a couple cousins, maybe one auntie out of five. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't have that solid group, that solid foundation to say, this is my family, my group, my tribe, and I'm swinging with them, win, lose, or draw, right? So a lot of us are going out to create the family, to create the traditions, to create the conditions, to create the foundations of love, right? A lot of us have never experienced love, so a lot of us can't feel love. But a lot of us have an idea of what we want, right? And again, like I said, we've been running, we've been chasing, right? And we've been downright just, and when I see this word invisible, I really think of compassion. I really think of, um, what is that word when you be able to share sentiment, empathy, right? I really feel like because we've been moving around so much, looking for that feeling of love again, trying to build that legacy, we've actually ran ourselves cold. And whenever the cards pop up in this combination, it's always a reminder to pay attention, especially starting off with the running card, right? I don't, unless you going out for a light jog in the morning on a fasted stomach, running is probably never ever good unless the situation is just so traumatic, or unless the situation just so big that it just can't be handled right then and there. But I know sometimes running is often a coping mechanism for some people. And if you feel like you have a problem with coping mechanisms, you feel like you always try to look to escape, whether that's a cigarette or weed, alcohol, or just downright ignoring the situation, acting like nothing ever happened, right? I could possibly help you balance those things out. Hit me up for a free consultation. All of my information is in the description box of all of my videos. Okay, so in closing, what I want to say is is that whatever these feelings of it's time to take action, I want love, I want peace, I want happiness, I want friendship, wherever these feelings is coming from, only thing I would say is that um if you've been doing the work on yourself, if you've been doing the healing, then it's only really up to you to judge whether or not you have been. And you judge that based off of the results that you see in your life, right? But um, if that is indeed the case, sorry, I had some sleepies. My eye was feeling weird. I had some sleepies in my eye, and it just threw my whole little situation off. My bad, y'all. I just woke up and I had some sleepies in my eye, so it just threw me off. All right, so I don't remember what I was saying. I know it's gonna come back to me, but now I am going to get into the best course of action part of the read, and this is where I consult the other tarot deck to see. Okay, we got feelings of running. We've been running. We've been searching. Right, we've been downright cold. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's been times we could have hung in there with situations and circumstances. Maybe it's even times where we've been ghosting it, invisible to our own self. But we're feeling a call of action right now. We're feeling like if it love is on the horizon, right? Love is on the horizon. So I am going to get a best course of action. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. All right, I see we got a couple people who just came in. Double tap that screen like this was Instagram, right? Double tap that screen like this was OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But okay, best course of action for this week, okay? So the first thing first, we got the Ten of Wands reverse, okay? So this Ten of Wands in general, I always gotta make this emphasis with the Ten of Wands because oftentimes people think about the burden aspect of the Ten of Wands bigger than the 10 itself. And we already know, based off of what we said here about the Ten of Pentacles, that the Ten of Wands is a confirmation that things are closing. If 9 is fulfillment, then 10 is the closure, okay? It's completion, it's done. The Ten of Wands reverse is saying that so whether it's reverse or not, the burdens are going to be lifted. Okay, whenever you see the Ten of Wands, the burdens are going to be lifted. Now, in this upright position, now this is going to sound backwards, please excuse me, but you can fact check this. In this upright position, the Ten of Wands is saying that whatever it is that we carrying, whatever these desires, whatever these things are that we got to achieve, we're almost home, but it's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, right? Um, we might be feeling worn down after a long work week. We probably been saving up for a while, whatever it is, but it's finally over. Now, when you reverse it, right, it doesn't mean that the situations and circumstances isn't over, but it just means that it's going to be a light ending to the cycle. Okay, so the Ten of Wands reverse simply means that it's going to be a light ending to the cycle, right? That doesn't mean that the burdens aren't there. That doesn't mean that the responsibilities aren't there. That doesn't mean that, the bills, food still going up, gas up and down. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that these things still aren't there. It's back to school shopping, right? $50 for a backpack, 60, 70, $80 for a backpack, right? That doesn't mean that these things aren't real. It just simply means that we're going to find some relief, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically in the financial world or wherever you at in your life, whatever this manifestation is for you. All right. So I want you. Okay. All right. Okay. So what are we? So diving a little bit deeper on this best course of action for this week. What I'm seeing here is that the cycle is going to be over, and we need to confirm that. We need to affirm that the cycle is over. All right, and it's looking like it's going to be an emphasis on some mental and or emotional dealings. All right. So we've got some things latent in our mind that's preventing us from tapping into this love, right? And what I'm really feeling here, it's a really strong emphasis on the root chakra in this reading. Okay, and what I'm feeling is that the key to really feeling settled, feeling like I'm here, feeling like I made it, is listening to your heart for one, and seeing if the environment around you is matching who you are deep down on the inside. See, oftentimes I coach so many people, whether it's readers or what, who they have an alter ego. They have a person that they want to be. They have, dreams of peace, love, health, and wealth, but they don't act it out. They don't believe, right? They just get up, they do what they got to do, take care of the babies, go to work, and they don't really hope. They don't really believe. They don't even really have enough time to hope and believe throughout the day because they don't feel optimistic about the life that they live. And the thing that I tell people is that whoever that person is that you want to be, that car you want to drive, the house you want to live in, you got to start living life as if you are that person. You can't be alter ego on the internet and then one person at work, one person at school, and then when you land in the bed all alone, you the sad little puppy. No. Whoever you are, if you a diva, if you a boss, if you a shot caller, pause no diddy, but whatever you are, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to walk the walk. Okay. And I believe relieving this mental burden of past, present, and future, or whatever it is going to bring the truth in the situation. It's going to bring the judgment. Now, I think the truth, the judgment card is going to allow us to pick and choose and kind of critique the reality to kind of, how can you say, to get things going in our particular favor. Okay, so again, I don't think that this is much that we got to really do outside external of us. I just think that we got to put ourselves in the mindset that whatever these things that hurt us in this past, whatever the burdens are, whatever the responsibilities are, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be different things for different people. Whatever it is going to be uplifted. But the key is that we got to keep our mind sharp. Okay, whenever that three of swords come out, it means that the mind has been going awry and it's starting to cause physical, emotional pain on the rest of the body. And we got to get the brain heart coherence together. Okay, so releasing the burdens, right, is going to open up that brain heart coherence. So only thing we got to do is just be able to focus and see the path that's unfolding in front of us with the judgment card. Okay, remember, we can always interchange the judgment card with the word judgment with liberation, right, with expose, with truth, right. But the liberation is mind, body, and spirit. See, these people in the judgment card isn't dead physically. They're dead mentally and emotionally. You understand what I'm saying? And the judgment card came to bring people hope. All right. But one thing I will say again is beware of the devil in a red dress, right? Beware of the fear mongering. All right. Ooh, yes. I've been noticing that in the news too. It's a lot of fear mongering going on, you guys. A lot of um watch out for this, and is it going to be rumors of war and this one. Watch out for the fear mongering, you guys. Watch out for the fake call of action. All right. But again, with these two middle cards being the swords, I'm thinking that if we can sit down and focus and gain clarity on the situation and circumstance at hand, we are going to be okay, for one, not only to uplift those burdens, but to actually cement some healing, right? Remember that this combination of the three of swords and the judgment card is saying that the burdens that's being lifted is internal, right? Remember, spirit work inside out, not outside in. So if you're not seeing some results in particular areas, that's because you might need to fertilize your garden. That might mean you need to water your plants, right? And how do you do that? Well, we gotta get back to love. We gotta get back to the basics. Everybody always say, I don't know how to love myself. I don't know what makes me happy. No, you need to forget the things that distracted you from your path. It's no, I don't know. It's I just need to clear the path and uplift the burdens and get back on track. Now that I've done some healing, if I need to make some adjustments along, why I say it like that, I don't know, man. Ever since they snatched my teeth out, anyways, certain adjustments, right? Certain adjustments. You got to be willing to make certain adjustments on the way. All right. So with that being said, unless anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, I'm gonna go ahead and retire this reading. I probably will clip it and upload it, if I remember to. So I want to highlight on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that we like to do collective week ahead readings. We don't have to. You can ask a question or whatever the case may be. You do not have to get a week ahead reading, but I will like to go ahead and open up the floor if anybody would like a week ahead reading. Also, please don't forget that in the description box we have donation tiers. In the description box we have donation tiers. So if you wanted to get a reading, you can combine this free collective reading we just did with your personal and or private reading to get a much clearer picture. Donating a minimum of $2.22 definitely get you a minimum of 3 cards. So he. All right. So let's get a card for the people in the back. Let's get a card for the 3 people in the back. 3 groups, 3 lights. What's a Kawiki Day? You ain't gotta be scared. Come through and show some love, man. I told y'all the door always open. It's you who step on the mouth strap. It's you who create a negative reality by thinking negative. If you start to be just a tad bit more optimistic about things, then things will start to look different. But because you've been on this trajectory so long, you can't see nothing outside of the reality that you built for yourself. This isn't life. It's just your universe, meaning your point of view. Alright. So this is the one for the people in the back. 10 of Swords. Again, the cycle is over. It's nothing to see here. Depression has gotten the best of us. We didn't take care of what we were supposed to do. And the 2 of Swords, and all of them. And so it leads to death. And I'm not saying a physical death. Maybe for some this could be an ego death. For some that maybe this could be an end of bad habits. For some maybe this could be an end of stalker behavior. All of that stuff, right? But this 10 of Swords again. Remember, like I said, no matter if it's upright or not, the 10 is always the end of a cycle, right? Now in this case, and if you think I'm lying, try me, right? The greatest tarot reader of all time, right? So just so you know, when we looking at the 10 of Swords in this upright position, the 10 of Swords in this upright position talks about the end of a situation, of course, but peace, finality, and moving on, right? Now, 10 of Swords in reverse, and it's the reason why I'm going through this. 10 of Swords in reverse means success and profit, right? So again, what do that mean? That means that there is going to be peace coming up, right? There is going to be peace coming up. However, it's not going to come easy. I'm hearing an ascension of a ladder is going to be very important for the people in the back. So, if y'all have been seeing ladders, or if you come across a ladder, this is going to be a confirmation that it's time to course correct, or else burdens, or I would say negative thoughts will be lifted. Um, Negative thoughts will be lifted. Whether you do it or spirit do it, it's going to be lifted. All right. Hi, are you still doing free readings? Yeah, I'm only doing free readings for people who donate. I'm just playing. You can get one. All right. So, of course, when I'm doing the week ahead readings, I'm going to pull a card from the Love Oracle deck. And the Love Oracle deck is simply just to catch a sentiment, a feeling of the week. Maybe this can be a feeling that you might want to bring with you throughout the week. Maybe this could be a feeling that you want to look out for. You know what I'm saying? But let's just see what we get. I love the combination. I love the combination. Just work with me on this, okay? So the love oracle we got is rejection, abandon, dismiss, irrational fear. Okay. So obviously no one wants to feel rejected, right? No one wants to feel abandoned. No one wants to feel dismissed. And of course, no one loves irrational fear, right? So no, please wait your turn. Okay, I'm reading for somebody right now. All right. So I don't know if you've been dealing with rejection. I feel like you. I feel like this might be a personal rejection where you feel like you might have. I feel like now that you are healing, I feel like now you feel guilty for having to heal. I don't know if you feel like you should have known better or you should have been start healing or what. But whatever this is, I don't want you to reject your path. I want you to embrace your path. So once you start doing the healing about something, don't allow yourself to tell yourself that you should have been did this or anything like that. That's just more time it's gonna take away from you getting the course correction. Yes, this is for you. What's up, Big B? Yes, this for you, Bright. So again, I feel like you abandoned yourself at one point, and maybe sometimes you feel sad about not being able to hold yourself up to the standard that you know you can. But if that is anything near the truth, Bright, I want you to let that go. And if this isn't you, Bright, then this might be somebody around you. Maybe this is a parent, right? Maybe this is a person who feel like they could have did better, when they was younger, right? Maybe ego got in the way and they realize it now. All right. So let's see what Tarot got to say. Okay, Eight of Swords, refusing to move on. Yeah, so something in the past is keeping you held back. Like I said, what I'm thinking is that you've been doing some work on something, right? But now it's maybe you getting rid of guilt, maybe you getting rid of shame, maybe you worried about karma that you accidentally manifested or anything like the case. Maybe you wondering like, is this my punishment? Anything like that. I want you to get rid of any of those thoughts, okay? So the Eight of Swords is saying that there isn't any action going on, okay? Six of Swords is saying that ooh, let me go ahead and pull this third card. Yes. Okay. So emphasis on the third eye. This is confirmation. So what I'm hearing is that the trauma has prevented the third eye from working, right? It prevented you from connecting to the Elohim. So the Six of Swords is saying that things is moving, but it's almost like we moving in the dark, right? This Six of Swords in particular is a little bit different because this person is carrying a heavy mind with them, right? All those swords equals thoughts, right? Ideas, maybe memories in this case, right? Because the six is moving on to a happier place, right? So the same swords that was keeping you boggled down before, a couple of those swords are gone now. Okay, so what that could mean for you is that that person that hurt you before isn't there no more. The situation, the circumstance that pissed you off isn't there anymore. My guru said we always suffer from three things, right? We suffer from things that don't exist, right? We suffer from the past, which don't exist because it already happened, right? Forgiveness, grace, and mercy. We suffer from things in the future, but the problem is that we think we might know what could happen in the future, but we don't know. It's infinite possibilities, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, because our mind is erratic. Fortunately, is because if we can get control of our mind again, just like I was saying in the collective reading, then we'll be able to get this trajectory across the waters, meaning we'll be able to carry the thoughts we need to carry into the future and leave the emotions behind. All right, leave the emotions behind. All right. In the confirmation of the third eye, what I was saying was that when we feel rejected, when we hurt, when we sad, all that stuff, we aren't able to see a clear picture. This is why I said being able, what's up, beautiful? How you doing? This is why I said it's important to take the middle path or in the middle ground to be indifferent about a lot of things. Or no matter if something good happened or something bad happened, we can get our emotions back even as quick as possible. You understand what I'm saying? It's very important to get to even kill as possible. It doesn't matter if you hit the lottery for $1 trillion. It doesn't matter if you get a flat tire, right? No matter the situation and circumstance, we got to be able to snap back immediately because we won't be able to think clear. Remember, if we're too optimistic, we can ignore danger. If we're too pessimistic, then we can ignore opportunity. And I'm going to let that ride for a second. Please read the rules below. All right. So I'm going to go ahead with the best course of action. I'm just probably going to be one card. Just because I don't want to. But the confirmation while I shuffle the cards of the third eye, the high priestess, right? Remember the high priestess, she mastered the moon cycles. And if you know what that means, you know what that means, right? And so in the midst of mastering the moon cycles, I do see um um I gotta learn how to talk. I do see things coming online for you. I do see things coming and being in order for you, but it's just you gotta actively fight that sluggish energy. Not lazy, not it's depression. It's shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's not a bad. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a lazy person. I'm not a scary person. I've been through trauma, right? Fill in the blank. I've been through trauma, and even though this reading is for one person, I know a lot of us, even me myself, right, can empathize with that. I'm not this one. I'm not that one. I've been through some things, and I didn't get help when I needed it, how I needed, and so this is the result. Now, either you gonna help me heal, or you gonna get out the way. You understand what I'm saying? But either way it go, my healing is non-negotiable. No matter my friends, no matter my family, no matter my girlfriend, no matter my boyfriend. For those who are females, I'm not saying me. KP don't, you know, you know. It ain't two king. It ain't. My deck only got one king of wands in it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, uh, yeah. So best course of action. Best course of action is going to be the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So first thing first. I know I always teach people at if you ever sign up for, well, I don't think I say is the students know at Sacred Self Healing Centers, Tarot School for the Sacred Emissaries, we already know that first we look at the number and then we look at the element. But this time in particular, because my level of mastery, I'm just playing. because of the intuition, I am going to go ahead and put an emphasis on the earth element first and then swing back around to the two. All right. So, best course of action for Bright this week. So, this week, we are balancing things. Okay. I want you to take a deep dive in the earth element this week. First of all, become astute and just take a deep dive into the earth element. Now I know different cultures got different, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to look and see when you do the deep dive on the earth element this week. I want you to follow up with me, but I want you to see in what areas is being highlighted in your life by the Most High, right? What areas of the earth element is being highlighted? All right. And I want you to focus on those. Okay. Now, the thing about the two, I love the number two. It's a few things with the number two. First thing first is that there's a balancing act that needs to take place. Right. A lot of people think that they can't live their life and heal at the same time, and that is not true. What you got to be able to do is focus. Right. And what do I always tell people? To get in tune with yourself, to be able to focus more, always ask yourself, am I breathing correctly? Because you can't do nothing without the breath, right? Some people call it the whatever, the Ruha Kadesh. Oh, we can go all the way around the world, right? But you can't do nothing without the breath, right? You can go a long time without eating. You can even go even longer without water, right? But no, 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 no. You can go long without drinking, but you can go even long. No, you can go long without eating, but you can. No, yeah, you can go long without drinking. Anyways, long story short, you can't go that long without breathing. I'm sorry. Name me somebody. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a fish. Name me something that can't breathe and is still successful on this plane, right? Uh, so emotions. There's an emphasis on emotions in this card. Now, the carnivorous plant. That's a sign. That's a confirmation right there. Furry Hater 69. That's a confirmation in itself, right there by itself. Okay, so there's a balancing act that needs to take place. Um, what I want you to do is remain cautiously optimistic this week, right? After you take a deep dive into the earth element, I want you to be cautiously optimistic. And that's the dunce cap right here, right? The dunce cap is not necessarily saying that this person is dumb or he's a clown or anything like that. Um, it's feeding back on the fool card, which is the beginning of a journey. So the beginning of this journey is balancing out two things, right? And these ships is sailing, these ships is moving forward, but they're navigating high waters. Okay, so what this is saying is that whatever these waters is that you're going to be navigating, right? Because it's water in the Eight of Swords, it's water in the Six of Swords, right? And then this is a water card, if I'm not mistaken, right? With the big emphasis on water for you this week. Um, oh, and it was something that I forgot about that high priestess with the third eye. I stopped at the moon. I got to get back to that third eye. All right, but anyways, mental and emotional fortitude is key, and I think the emphasis on this earth element for you and then being able to be cautiously optimistic that everything is and will be continuously be okay in the future. I think this is going to be the game plan for you this week. But again, this balancing act of infinity, The affinity, right? So this week, whatever's being highlighted by the earth element, these are things that you're going to need to be dealing with for the long term. Okay. Now these things might be the infinity sign might mean that these things are might be things that you're going to have to deal with forever, and or these two things are going to be quantumly intertangled with each other, even though they seemingly have no connection. Okay, so we're going to be bending the rules of the second dimension this week. Okay, so best course of action: balancing act of the earth element, leave the emotions behind, cautiously optimistic with the dunce cap, right? We're not going to ignore all the dangers, but we're going to be optimistic that we don't have to worry about the dangers. All right. I'ma smoke my crack and leave. But all right. So PS on the High Priestess card. So what I was seeing here with this card is, remember, this is an air element card. So her hands being tied is because she can't see the future. It's not that she can't see. She knows where she's at. She's not lost. It's she can't see a future because she didn't heal her mind in the past. She didn't heal when she got the Three of Swords. She didn't heal when she got this, you know what I'm saying, the Nine of Swords, whatever, whatever, whatever. So the key again is being optimistic. And this is where that third eye comes into play. This confirms that third eye that I was feeling, as well as this, right? Things might take time. Things might even take a full moon cycle, right? You know, the last couple of days we've been seeing that moon card, right? We saw that 2 days in a row, right? This is saying that things, to me, this is what this is saying for you directly. This isn't what the card mean, but this could take a moon cycle. I always tell people, when you start the healing journey, expect it to be 6 months. Expect it to be 4 or 5 months. Don't expect it to be a weekend. You know what? This weekend I'm gonna sit this weekend out. I ain't gonna drink this weekend. I'm just gonna smoke a little bit of weed. I'm gonna eat me some salad, drink me a smoothie, and everything gonna be okay. No, 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 no. How about you? How about you do that every weekend? How about you do that for a month of weekends, right? And the reason why is the reason why I'm saying that is just like when you taking antibiotics, right? What they tell you, make sure you complete the bottle, right? So that means that we can't pray one time, we can't meditate one time, and expect we can't call on God's name, we can't call on the Most High one time, right? I always tell people that we gotta do daily maintenance, meaning that we gotta have gratitude daily. To me, daily gratitude is maintenance of the reality, right? We be thankful all the time, not or we don't just call on God name when we need it. We call on God name every day, so God gonna be right there with us all the time. I know I'm going, you know what I'm saying, but you know it is what it is. Die line, die line, die line in the building. All right. So I don't know if Big B still in the building. Shout out to Bishop in the building. Andrea and Hector in the building. All right. So if we don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm gonna go ahead and close the reading. Uh, don't reject the vision. Don't reject the vision right now. I got a feeling that you be I think you understand when I say this. I got a feeling that you throw fish back a lot. Um, and if you don't know what that means, hit me up and I'll clear it up for you. But I got a feeling that you throw fish back a lot, and you can't do that right now. You got it. You gotta see what's being shown right now. Don't refuse nothing. Become impartial. Eh, become an impartial witness. Become a fly on the wall. All right. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. What's up? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. My name is KP, but that's not important. What is the fact that I'm here on behalf of. Oh shit! Whoa, Bright. Hey, no, don't do that no more. I hate that. Thank you, but you gotta send that private. You gotta send that through the. What up, Star Lover? You finally answered the call. I see. Uh. Bright, just to let you know, I really appreciate you. You just shocked me and surprised me with that. But they're gonna take 70% of that, right? No, 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 not 70. They take 60% of that. So they probably gonna leave me with like $12. No, 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 no. They take what they say? 60%. They take 40%. No, 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 no. I don't know. I don't remember. Uh, what I was saying was that super chats. I don't think but super chats. Just keep the super chats low because they take most of the money. The contract for YouTube partner program is a 60-40 split of all revenue. That means that when y'all watch a commercial, they take a good portion of it. When y'all send a super chat, when y'all sign up for a membership, they take all of it. I think if you like, for example, if you send me like $10, I think I get like five and some change, cause then they take away taxes out of after that. After they do that, then it's taxes too. So I'm an independent contractor to get taxes taken out up front. YouTube got the game cold and sold. YouTube got the game cold and sold. All right, Bright, real quick, I got you though. Not Bright, I'm tripping. Ale. All right, so even though this is a love oracle card, I'm just doing this to check the feelings on just to see what the sentiment is for the week. All right, so you got a divine masculine in your energy this week. Ooh, okay. All thing I'm gonna say is don't get beat up. Don't get caught up. Sparing none. So if this divine masculine ain't me, then this reading is none or void. All right, cards. So what do we got for my girl this week? Shout out to Bright as Light with the $20 cash app. I mean, with the $20 super chat. This is for Ale. Ale. Okay, so what's going on with this masculine energy? What's going on with this masculine energy? Is this an ex? Is this a new lover? Uh-oh. Five of Cups. Come on, talk to me. What we sad about? Uh-oh, something didn't work out. Devil card. All right. So I want to know: is this a love reading? Is there an ex that you've been thinking about, or do you feel like you will never find love again? What is going on here? What is going on? So the yang again is masculine energy, right? Divine masculine. Now this doesn't have to be a person, right? The yang energy or the divine masculine could be saying that it's time for you to get out of your emotions this week and tap into the masculine energy, right? Which is logic, which is reason. Well, I would say left brain, right? I don't want to keep saying masculine because a lot of people is triggered by that word. So left brain energy, right? Time to tap into some left brain energy. See, you didn't say all of that. See, you be holding out. And this is, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. But you know, I think you already know. So, so best course of action, real quick. So what I'm seeing here with these cards, if I can dive deeper into this divine masculine, that um there was a lot of things to be learned from this situation and circumstance, but now um we gotta burn the tips. It's almost like burning the tips of a shoestring, is what I'm seeing. Let me see. What's the best course of action this week? So we know what the energy is behind it. We feeling something is one sided or was one sided. Three of Pentacles. Maybe we thought that this was worth the effort, and it's not, and it wasn't. All right, so how do we? Okay, so there's lingering energy in the spirit, and that Devil card is saying that it's ready. We ready to move on. It's time. How do we do it? How do we do it? We know what the energy is this week. We know what this Five of Cups and this Three of Pentacles is saying. We know it. How do we get out of this energy? It's time to liberate your mind. Um it's time to let your heart free. Really, that's really what it is behind this card. And just to get clarity, you got confirmation. Um you got the three amigas here, right? So liberation is key right now. There's some truth that's been suppressed internally. Um, and the best thing to do is to let it all out. Uh, I would prefer you choose a professional if that's what you need, but I feel like it's some pent up energy that just needs to get out. And the three of cups is saying that you got to find somebody that you truly, truly trust right now. Don't be in a lot of people's face. Don't be talking too much. Take things slow. Thank you, Bright. I appreciate you. Um, Three of Cups. So again, um, seek solace in confidants, not just anybody, especially people you know who are chatty patties and stuff like that. Don't fuck with them. Just because they got a new haircut or just because they got some new shoes doesn't mean anything. I want you to find somebody very close that you trust to guide you properly and let this stuff out. You got some stuff that you got to let out. This judgment card is saying that your perspective is key. And sometimes just hearing it, sometimes just speaking it and hearing it is good enough to elicit some healing. Right? Sometimes you don't need rebuttal. Sometimes you don't need advice. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you. Right? And I want you to stay disciplined, stay focused, but you gotta figure out a way to relieve that energy, man. You gotta figure out a way. I just feel like it's just some pent up energy somewhere. We gotta relieve it. All right, well, you know what to do. You know what that $40 on the Cash App get you. Uh, Go ahead and send it. Let me know when you're free. I got you. You know what? Just because you're going through a breakup, I'm gonna charge you 35. I got you. It's, I got you. For 35, I got you. No, Bishop, don't pop up when there's money talking. Yeah, Bishop, like, damn, money slow right now. Yeah, no, don't try to move in on my business, Bishop. Yeah, this business over here, big business. But if you drop the 40, I'll go ahead and the for the you know what I'm saying. If you drop the 40, I'll go ahead and throw in the four extra. Throw in the four extra. You feel me? But no, though, man, it's time to get that energy out, though, for sure. I'm starving like Marvin. I need to make sure my sugar ain't too low. I feel weak. I'm starving like Marvin, boy. All right, so hopefully our cereal ain't stale. Somebody donate to the channel, cause I'm starving. What you about to eat, B? Can't do this shit. I'm really hungry for real. Damn. I'm about to eat some cornbread. Please stay. I want you. I need you. Oh God. Don't rain. These beautiful, beautiful clouds. I smell I want you. I need you. Oh God. Oh wait. I got some. I'm about to make some noodles, y'all. No more free readings. How much to donate? I got donation tiers in the box. If you go to the description box, you can see the donation tiers. Boy, if these cards ain't accurate, I don't know what is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She said, I finally broke up with my boyfriend. Yeah, I don't know why you be out there playing with them chicken nuggets. You need to, you know what I'm saying? You better stop playing with them chicken nuggets. Get you a whole meal deal. You better stop playing. Out there eating them chicken paste nuggets. That's all it is. These dudes copy and paste, girl. You better realize. Oh, baby. I'm sorry, but we don't accept uh super chats for readings. The other person who super chatted, she super chatted out of gratitude. She didn't super chat before the reading. Get what I'm saying? Like she did super chat based off of the chart. She just super chatted because she was showing love. No, you cool. It just if you give me $2, I don't get $2 from super chat. See, if you cash up me $2, I get $2. There ain't no question. We know that one. Like I said, just for example, if y'all was to send me $100 on super chat, I would only get 60, 50, $60, 50 and some change. Because they take 40 and then they take taxes out. So for me, super chat is a thing because because if people want to show gratitude. I didn't know that you was gonna super chat. So because you didn't know, then I could go ahead and still pull you the 3 cards. It's the contract. So to answer your question real quick, I think what needs to happen, to be honest, what I think needs to happen is the content creators need to go out on strike because a 60-40 split and how they do the revenue on like especially the commercials. Like we already get paid pennies for every commercial. Like not even pennies, like smaller than pennies. And then y'all take every time a commercial play, it's like 0.001% or something like that. Like 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 for me, in order for me to make $6 on a video, I gotta get 1,000 views. So if y'all don't know how YouTube work, they basically you get paid per view. So the last time I checked, my lives was worth $6.50 per view, like 6.58. So basically, in order for me to get $6.50, I had to get 1,000 views. But when I hit, even whether I hit 1,000 or not, whatever views I take, they take 60% of that. So to me, when I first signed up for YouTube almost 2 years ago, it was the end of the 70-30 split because they was doing the 70-30 split before. And it had just ended because all of the information online was 60-30. And I'm like, I mean, it was 70-30. And I'm like, wait a minute, why am I only getting this much? They was like, oh no, the new thing is 70-40 split. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I need something to eat. The new thing is 60-40, not 70-30. So I mean, basically what they do is they feel like they got the platform and so they negotiate on our behalf. They negotiate the terms of how much they pay the ads, all of that stuff. We don't. They probably got some content creators, but for the most part, I think it's all YouTube that control the contracts. I think that we need a creators association. Damn, see, I'm speaking it into existence. Now it's gonna be on me. Well, hopefully soon I'll see, and maybe I'll join it. If I got to, I'll start it. Fuck it. But we need a content creators association because if they doing this shit 60-40, then what's to stop them from going even further? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's 60%. Like I said, if we make a penny, they taking 60% of it before we even get the penny. It ain't like, we got to pay it back on the taxes or, something like that. No, we got to pay taxes up for we independent contractors. We pay taxes up front and they take 60%. And they take 40%, leave us with 60. Or you really should. You might as well just say 55%. That's because that's really what we getting between Uncle Sam and Google. We only getting about 50 something percent. All right. I think you up next, Bishop. Give me 1 second, bro. I gotta get something to eat. Gucci mine. Ooh. Hey, is this young lady I know? When I asked her to try food and stuff, she'd be like, she used to be like, whenever something be good, she'd be like, like a straight gangster. I be thinking that shit is so funny, man. I used to think that shit was, I still think it's funny. She'd be like, like a cold gangster. All right, Bishop. Oh, wait. Somebody donated. Let me get this donation based reading out the way. All right, so you donated 222 in the donation box. That's oh, whoa. Will Grant? The answer is no. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Um, so let me tell you up front, we don't. I don't answer will questions. So with that being said, I don't mind helping you restructure your question, but I'm a person, so you can't ask me will. You gotta will things into existence. Now, if you want to know if it's a good idea, if you want to know what you got to do to make that happen, if you want to know if it do happen, then how can you make it successful? Then I'm your guy. But if it's a question of will, then I can help you, but I can't help you with tarot. So let me ask you, without going into details, who was at fault? Who was at fault? That's what I want to know. You was at fault. All right. So I don't because of time's sake. Oh shit! It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time. Because of for time's sake, and um because we in the chat, I don't want to go too deep. I just wanted to ask you who fault it was, okay? So I checked on the current feelings or the current anything for the situation just to see. It says open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable, okay? So this is a two-way street. If you hurt that person, then you got to be open to the fact, you got to be receptive to the fact that this person might not want to reconcile, okay? I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm saying that I don't know. No, I ain't the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but I asked you who was at fault, and you said me. Okay. So just a quick response to what you just said. If that person hurt you, then why you waiting on them to hit you up? It sounds like we got some people pleasing going on. Unless I'm misunderstanding. I'm the king, bitch. Okay. So the problem I'm having, so I'm more than just a reader. I'm a coach, or a mindset coach, business coach, love coach. So when I hear things like this, what I hear you saying, it makes me very concerned. Oh my God, my lottery number. That's confirmation. I just seen my. Wow. Okay. All right. Dang, it's been staring at me too. I didn't even notice it. Okay. Y'all know how y'all be hoping and waiting and praying for things, and you know. I just seen my lottery number. But anyways, I'm very concerned. And as a victim of child abuse and stuff like that, I noticed these patterns within myself as well. because I suffered the abuse that I suffered, tremendous abuse, right? Every single day for years. I'm talking about like 10, 15 years, not just like 1 or 2 years, right? Suffering the child abuse that I suffered, I too caught myself hanging around people who hurt me, right? And there's nothing wrong with loving people. There's nothing wrong with them. However, when when the person we love hurt us and make no conscious effort to, I can't say correct it because sometimes you can't always correct what we broken, right? But at least show concern, right? Because oftentimes when people do wrong, sometimes if we know that they didn't mean it, or maybe they regret or remorseful, sometimes it helps us not be so angry. In this case, and give me a second, I'm gonna get to the cards in a second. But in this case, I just want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in harm's way. Because oftentimes, us people pleasers, we're very forgiving and forgetful. Oftentimes, too forgiving and too forgetful. If we put ourselves in a position to be hurt again, I can forgive you for stabbing me in the back without giving you the knife back, right? Like if I steal you, I'm not gonna stab you. I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm not giving you the knife back either. That's a no-go. So the question is, what makes you think his love isn't serious? What makes you think his love isn't genuine? That's the question. That is the question. Okay, so let's see what's going on behind this open heart. So you've been hurt, but you've got a broken heart. I mean, you got an open heart. You got a open heart. So, to be honest with you, I want to answer your question, but to be honest with you, I want you to focus more on your healing rather than is this person coming back in your life? Because what if the same thing happened again? My question is, have you received any empathy from this person? Page of Pentacles. Um. So what I see here is that it's definitely possible, but the cups up top telling me that it's definitely possible for it to happen on both ends. Shout out to 222. It's definitely possible for it to happen on both ends, but the Two of Swords and the Page of Pentacles is telling me that it isn't going to be an easy decision. This shouldn't be an easy decision for you. The Page of Pentacles is the friendship, right? The page is saying that we got to sit down and study it very closely. Very closely. Um, to be honest with you, he might be doing you a favor. If I can be honest, that person might be doing you a favor. I think I think you should be putting more of an emphasis on healing than reconciling. I'm not saying that you should be closed off to reconciling, but if anything, the other person is the one that who should be getting a reading, asking should they or could they get another chance. You shouldn't be asking, is this person going to ask for another chance? I don't like that. I want you to heal. It's you first. It sounds like you putting a feeling first, an emotion first. No, you are much bigger than your feelings. You're much bigger than your emotions. You're much bigger than your memories. It's up to you. It really, really is up to you. Don't forget to take your milk thistle, Timmy. Yes, Mom. 14-piece mix. Don't forget to take your milk thistle, KP. Well, I'm cold, Mommy. Mom. I'm cold. What the fuck? Baked beans, red socks. I get money to kill time. Dead clocks. You fucking with a nigga who won't give a fuck. Huh. Pull your booty out, and I'ma fill it up. You niggas sweet. Cinnabons. I got a sweet nigga, and he said he finna come. 100 dicks on the chain like I don't need a dick. Dark shades, Easy E. 5 letters, D-I-C-K. Pussy ass nigga. I said nickel. If I die today, it'd be a holiday. I'm not a star. Somebody lied. I got a chopper in the car. Don't make it come alive. Rip your ass apart. Then I pull myself. Be double L. We wish forever, huh? The bigger the bullet, the more that bitch go bang. 200,000 on the chain like I don't need banana clip. Let your keys speak. I see you looking. You know the rules. Kill them all and keep moving. Them boys should be ashamed of themselves. I'ma smoke my crack and leave. Make your booty bleed. All right, Bishop, how can I help you, sir? I'm ready to get on the hub. I ain't posting no content on the. What's up, y'all? Who gonna be on the hub with me? Who want to do an interview on the hub? I'ma take my crack pipe and leave. Don't even know why you playing. Oh shit! I gotta take my omegas. I took my milk thistle. Y'all make sure y'all take your omega-3s before bed. It help. It add a inflammation reducing effect. Hey y'all, I used to be against multivitamins. I still kind of am. Look, and he talk about vitamins right now. I can't find my multivitamin actually. I'm still kind of against multivitamins. I believe in taking herbs because the herbs got the vitamins in them and they got everything to match. But if you don't know much about herbs or you ain't into herbs or whatever, go ahead and take your multivitamin. Just make sure you do your multivitamin. All right, so you want to check on the energy. Feel sour now. Hope I don't gotta. All right. Shallow, empty, hollow, boredom. All right. Then we got intimacy, boredom, sensual, confiding. All right. And then the last one we got hopelessness, sinking, despair, falling apart. So I think the hopelessness is just really anticipation, really, in my opinion. I don't know if you see it the same way I do, but that's what I see. It look like it's some anticipation. Look like your bat signal being answered. Now it's just going to take time for the situation and circumstance to materialize. If you understand, I'm gonna get me some crack and leave. I'ma take my crack and leave. It's way too big for me. Oh, I gotta clean up. You got it, bub. All right. Yeah, I think the signal you've been sending out is coming back. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh wee. All right. I think that's gonna be that for the night. I think we're gonna have to end off on Bishop, man. My stomach hurt. But I just want to say, um, this shallow card, it was one that was really standing out to me. Hollow, empty, and boredom. I think that this card is really, really, really telling, especially the last two words, empty and boredom. Because then we're going to be looking for a sense of fulfillment. And for us, a lot of us get a sense of fulfillment from intimacy, right? But the thing is that when we don't have a solid source, or when we don't trust the source, or when things are not in full alignment yet, then we can start to sink and fall apart. But that's nothing that optimism can't fix from a strong person. So with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. I have to be of service to myself right now. Whatever that means, I'll figure it out. But until then, if you know what I'm about to say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. And you want to know why? Because I ain't buying it. Peace. Hey, and if anybody was hanging around, wanted to read, and just text me or email me. All right. Bye-bye.